Joaquin Guzman Loera, later known as El Chapo or Shorty, was born in 1957 in Sinaloa, Mexico. This region, known for its rugged terrain and remote villages, would become the backdrop of his early life and the foundation of his future empire. Sinaloa is a mountainous area known for growing marijuana and poppies, plants that would become central to the region's economy and El Chapo's destiny. In Sinaloa, the line between poverty and the potential for immense wealth was razor thin, creating a volatile environment where dreams of prosperity often led to dangerous paths. Growing up in the small village of La Tuna, El Chapo saw firsthand the harsh realities of rural poverty. The lack of basic amenities and opportunities made survival a daily struggle. With few schools and limited ways to earn money honestly, many young men in Sinaloa, including El Chapo, were drawn to the burgeoning drug trade that permeated their surroundings. The mountains and deserts of Sinaloa provided the perfect conditions for cultivating marijuana and poppies, making the region a hotspot for illicit agriculture. El Chapo's father, Emilio Guzman Bustillos, was deeply involved in this trade, growing opium poppies as a means to support his family. It was a family business, and from a young age, El Chapo and his siblings worked alongside their father in the fields, learning the trade and the harsh realities of their environment. Growing up surrounded by drugs and violence, El Chapo's formative years were marked by the constant presence of danger and the lure of quick riches. This environment shaped his character and set him on a path that would not only change his life but also alter the course of Mexico's history forever. El Chapo was ambitious and ruthless, traits that set him apart in the dangerous and competitive world of Sinaloa's criminal underworld. His drive and determination made him a standout figure, even among the most hardened criminals. He began his journey at the very bottom of the Guadalajara cartel, performing menial tasks and learning the ropes. The Guadalajara cartel was one of Mexico's most powerful and influential criminal organizations during the 1980s. It was led by the infamous Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo, who was widely known as El Padrino, or the Godfather. Under his leadership, the cartel controlled the movement of drugs through Mexico and into the United States, establishing a vast and lucrative network. Felix Gallardo quickly recognized El Chapo's talent for strategic planning and his ability to execute complex operations efficiently. Impressed by his skills, Felix Gallardo decided to take El Chapo under his wing, mentoring him personally. With this guidance, El Chapo quickly ascended the ranks of the cartel, gaining more power and influence. He became notorious for his ability to transport large quantities of cocaine from Colombia to the United States with remarkable speed and efficiency. El Chapo was innovative, constantly finding new methods to evade law enforcement, including the use of planes and even submarines for smuggling. His success brought him immense wealth and power, but it also fueled his insatiable desire for more, driving him to expand his operations even further. When Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo was arrested in 1989, it left a big hole in the Mexican drug trade, creating a power vacuum. The Guadalajara cartel broke into smaller groups, all fighting to control the lucrative drug routes. El Chapo, along with Hector Luis Palma Salazar, Ismael El Mayo Zambada, and others, started the Sinaloa cartel, named after their home state. The Sinaloa cartel, with El Chapo in charge, quickly became the biggest drug cartel in Mexico. El Chapo was good at business, and ruthless in his methods. He knew that controlling the supply was the key to making the most money. He made deals directly with Colombian cocaine suppliers, cutting out the middlemen so he could keep more of the profits. He also started trafficking heroin, methamphetamine and other drugs, expanding his empire. El Chapo was known for using tunnels to smuggle drugs across the border between the US and Mexico. These tunnels were not just simple holes in the ground, they were highly sophisticated and meticulously planned. These tunnels had lights, air vents, and even train tracks. They were designed to ensure the smooth and efficient transport of drugs, making it nearly impossible for authorities to detect the operations. They were amazing pieces of engineering that let the Sinaloa cartel move tons of drugs without being caught. The level of detail and the resources invested in these tunnels were staggering. The tunnels showed how clever El Chapo was, and how much he was willing to spend. He spared no expense in ensuring the success of his smuggling operations. But El Chapo was also very violent. His reign was marked by brutal tactics and ruthless enforcement of his will. He knew that to stay in charge of a huge criminal business, he had to be tough. His leadership style was a mix of fear and respect, ensuring loyalty through intimidation. He got rid of his enemies, made sure no one told on him, and paid off government officials. His network of influence extended far and wide, making him nearly untouchable. The Sinaloa cartel, under his leadership, became known for its violence, causing a lot of pain and suffering in Mexico. The impact of his actions was felt deeply in communities, leaving a trail of devastation.